They were best friends before love came between them. Before love complicated everything, there was Lena and Mariam. They didn't just grow up together, they grew into each other. Same street, same school uniforms, same secrets whispered under blankets when the lights were off. They had a language that didn't need words. A look could say, "I understand you." A laugh could heal a bad day. They promised each other the kind of promises only young hearts make with full confidence. "No boy will ever come between us," Lena once said, fingers crossed over Mariam's pinky. "Never," Mariam agreed, smiling. And at the time, they meant it. Back then, love was a distant idea. Friendship was everything. Then Ethan came. Not dramatically, not loudly. He didn't turn heads when he entered a room. He stayed long enough to listen, asked questions that felt thoughtful, spoke gently, like he cared about what people felt, not just what they said. He met them through mutual friends, sat with them during breaks, laughed at their stories, slowly became part of their circle. And without planning it, without wanting it, something shifted. Lena noticed first. She talked about him openly. "Did you hear what Ethan said today? I think he's different." She dreamed out loud, painted futures with words, laughed with hope in her eyes. She loved him loudly. Mariam noticed too, but she said nothing. She loved him quietly. She noticed the way he listened when she spoke, the way he remembered small details, the way he looked at her when Lena wasn't watching. She felt it in her chest, that ache you can't explain without betraying yourself. So, she swallowed it. "My friend loved him first," she told herself. "I'll be fine." She smiled through conversations that hurt, encouraged Lena even when it broke her, learned how to disappear inside herself while pretending to be okay. But love doesn't stay hidden forever. One afternoon, everything cracked. It wasn't shouting, it wasn't drama. It was a moment too honest to escape. A look held too long. A truth exposed by silence. The room felt smaller, the air heavier. Lena realized first. Her voice shook. "You love him too, don't you?" Mariam didn't answer right away. Tears filled the space, words couldn't. That was enough. The laughter that once came easily vanished. Silence moved in. Trust fractured. And betrayal, whether intentional or not, settled between them like something neither knew how to remove. The man everyone thought was the center of the story wasn't even there. Later, Ethan made his choice. He chose Lena. And in that moment, two friendships ended not because of hate, but because no one knew how to protect what mattered most. Mariam walked away quietly, carrying guilt she didn't know how to put down. Lena stayed, but something inside her never felt whole again. Even love couldn't fill the space where her best friend once lived. Years passed. Different cities, different lives. No messages, no birthdays remembered. Just memories that surfaced late at night, uninvited. Sometimes, Lena wonders, staring at a ceiling she doesn't recognize anymore, was he worth losing her? Sometimes, Mariam wonders the same thing, holding back tears she pretends don't exist. Because men may come and go. Love may change forms. But a true best friend? That kind of bond is rare. And some losses don't come from anger or cruelty. They come from loving the same person too much and forgetting to love each other enough. Lesson love is powerful, but friendship needs protection. Not every feeling needs to be acted on. Not every truth needs to be spoken without wisdom. Sometimes the greatest act of love is choosing boundaries. And sometimes the deepest regret comes from realizing too late what truly mattered. If this story touched your heart, like this video, share it with someone who believes in friendship, and subscribe for more emotional stories that explore love, loss, and the quiet lessons life teaches us. Because not every heartbreak is romantic. Some are friendships we never got back. The Constitution of a Friendship Once Broken by Love Preamble. We, the witnesses of shared laughter, silent loyalty, and unspoken sacrifices, do hereby establish this Constitution in remembrance of a friendship that once stood unshaken. This document exists not to accuse, but to understand. Not to reopen wounds, but to preserve wisdom. This Constitution is born from the story of two best friends who loved deeply, trusted fully, and learned too late that love without boundaries can destroy what love never meant to replace. May this stand as guidance for hearts yet untouched by such loss. Article 1. On the sacredness of friendship. Friendship is not an accident. It is built over time, through shared seasons, private languages, and loyalty proven when no one is watching. Lena and Mariam did not merely know each other. They belonged to each other in the way only true friends do. Their friendship was formed before ambition, before romance, before competition. It was rooted in trust, in safety, in the belief that one heart would always protect the other. This Constitution recognizes that such a bond is rare, fragile, and worthy of intentional protection. Article 2. On promises made in innocence. The promise that nothing will come between us was not foolish. It was sincere. At the time, neither Lena nor Mariam understood the weight of what they were promising. They spoke from innocence, not experience. Yet the promise itself carried truth, that friendship must be guarded, especially when emotions grow complicated. This Constitution affirms that promises made in love are not invalid simply because they were made young. They become responsibilities when tested. Article 3. On the arrival of love. Love does not always announce itself. Ethan did not arrive as temptation or threat. He arrived as comfort, as attention, as understanding. He did not intend to divide, but division followed him. Love entered quietly, and with it came comparison, unspoken longing, and emotional imbalance. This Constitution acknowledges that love is not evil, but unmanaged love, especially when shared unknowingly, becomes dangerous. Article 4. On loud love and silent love. Lena loved openly. She spoke her dreams aloud, allowed her heart to be visible, and trusted that honesty would protect her. Mariam loved quietly. She hid her emotions out of loyalty, believing silence was sacrifice, and sacrifice was love. Both approaches were human. Both carried risk. This Constitution recognizes that silence can be as destructive as betrayal when it prevents truth from being handled with wisdom. Article 5. On unspoken truths. Truth delayed does not disappear. It waits. When the truth surfaced, it arrived without preparation, without mediation, without grace. And because it came suddenly, it shattered what careful conversation might have saved. This Constitution establishes that unspoken truths do not preserve peace. They postpone conflict until it becomes irreversible. Article 6. On choice and consequence, Ethan chose one heart. But the deeper loss was not his decision. It was the collapse of a friendship that neither woman believed could end this way. This Constitution declares that while people are free to choose love, they are not free from the consequences of how love is pursued. No one intended harm, yet harm occurred. Article 7. On silence after separation. After the rupture, silence became permanent. No calls, no explanations, no closure. Each woman carried unanswered questions into separate lives. And in that silence, regret found room to grow. This Constitution affirms that unresolved endings linger longer than open conflict. Article 8. On reflection and regret time revealed what emotion could not. Love faded into memory. Friendship became absence. Both Lena and Mariam eventually asked the same question in different rooms on different nights. Was it worth it? This Constitution recognizes regret not as punishment, but as a teacher. It teaches what mattered most when the noise is gone. Article 9. On the hierarchy of love. Romantic love can be intense, but friendship is foundational. This Constitution establishes that not every love deserves priority, and not every feeling deserves action. Some bonds are meant to outlive attraction. When friendship is lost, it is rarely replaced. Article X. On lessons for the future, let this Constitution serve as guidance. Protect friendship with honesty and boundaries. Speak difficult truths early, not emotionally. Do not compete where loyalty is required. Remember that love should add, not subtract, and never assume a bond is indestructible simply because it is strong. Closing declaration. This Constitution is not written to condemn love. It is written to remind hearts that some losses are preventable. Because while lovers may come and go, being a true best friend is irreplaceable. And some heartbreaks are not about who was chosen, but about who was forgotten.